What up, guys? GangstaPranksta here, bringing you the weekly wrestling review for February 18. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, so we talk about everything about pro wrestling, from news, reviews to predictions. We talk about it all. So welcome to this show. First off, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. We have reviews of TNA Against All Odds, RAW, Smackdown, Ring of Honor, TNA Impact, predictions for WWE Elimination Chamber, and a little bit of wrestling news. So there's a lot to talk about, so let's start right away. First off, we got predictions for TNA Against All Odds. Or not predictions, review. So it was a pretty average show. There was a huge thing that happened, and we'll talk about it right away. So let's just jump off right into the show. So first off, Taz wasn't there because there was some family issue, so he wasn't there. So Jeremy Borash was filling in. First match was Zema Ion versus Jesse Sorensen. They wrestled for about 2 minutes until Zema Ion goes for a moonsault and nails Jesse Sorensen right on the top of his head with his knee. And you could see like how Jesse's body felt. You knew something wasn't right. You knew like he was injured, like something went fucked up. Anyways, he ended up having a broken neck. We'll talk about this more later in the news section, but he could barely move. He got counted out, and that's how the match ended. And he had to get stretchered out. It was just really fucked up. And one thing I really didn't like what TNA did is they replayed it a bunch of times, like from different angles. It's like, you know, this is a serious issue, and you just keep replaying, you know, this moonsault that injured this guy. This guy got a broken neck. We'll talk about it more later, but I didn't like how they kept showing replays and like, oh, look at it from this angle. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh man, that's so disrespectful in my opinion. Anyways, let's move on. Next, we got Robbie E comes out, issues an open challenge to anybody. Shannon Moore comes out, so Shannon Moore and Robbie E in a match for the TV title. Good match. Robbie wins. Next, we got Gail Kim versus Tara, knockouts title match. Good match. Gail wins. Next, we got Magnus and Samoa Joe versus Matt Morgan and Crimson tag team title match. Good match. Magnus and Joe win and are the new tag team champs. This is pretty interesting. It's definitely gonna put a shift in the tag team division, you know. But TNA doesn't really have a tag team division right now. They got 2 teams and Mexican America, who barely appears anymore. So they don't have a tag team division. And another thing, Mike Tenay. And now be happy that there's new tag team champs. When they fucking won, it's like, oh, we got new tag team champs. It should be like, oh my god, we got new tag team champions. I don't know what the fuck impression I was doing there, but whatever. That's my redneck announcer voice thing. But like, be more excited that there's tag team champs. Not like, oh, we got new tag team champs. Congratulations, Mojo Magnus. You know, be a little bit more excited. Anyways, I guess I don't know if that's nitpicking. Whatever. Next, we got the Austin Aries versus Alex Shelley X Division title match. I thought this was a really good match. They had a really good back and forth match. I really enjoyed this match. This was definitely match of the night for me. Me personally, I really enjoyed this. Next, we got AJ Styles versus Kazarian. They had a good match as well. Oh, Aries wins the X Division match, and Kazarian wins his match. Both are really good matches. I really enjoyed them. Next, we got Gunner versus Garrett Bischoff. This was pretty good. Gunner wins. This went way too long, in my opinion. It just beat him down. Gunner just beat him down. Oh my god, this felt forever. I thought this was never gonna end. Oh god. But it finally did, and Gunner won. And last but not least, we got James Storm versus Bully Ray versus Robert Roode versus Jeff Hardy TNA World Title match. Good match. Robert Roode wins after Sting accidentally hits Jeff Hardy with the world title. So all in all, it was a pretty average TNA pay-per-view. It sucks to hear about Jesse Sorensen. We'll definitely talk about him more later. And definitely check out the X Division title match, because that was a really good match. Next, we got Raw. Starts out with Kane. He pops up on the Titantron saying someone is going to get hurt tonight. Then it cuts to the ring where Jerry Lawler is in the ring having a debate with everyone who's involved in the Raw Elimination Chamber. So you got the debate was okay. Everyone had a chance to talk. It ended with Jericho getting in Punk's face and Kofi hit the Trouble in Paradise on Jericho. And this led to a match after. So it was Jericho and Kofi Kingston. Pretty good match. Jericho wins. Next, we got Big Show versus Randy Orton. Pretty good match. Orton wins by DQ after Daniel Bryan takes out both men with the world title. Orton actually suffered a concussion in this match, so that sucks for him. He had to get replaced in the Elimination Chamber. We'll talk about that more on SmackDown. But, yeah, he's a concussion. Who knows if he'll make it to WrestleMania. So that sucks for him. Next, we got Shawn Michaels. He comes out, talks about Triple H and The Undertaker. He calls out Triple H. Triple H comes out and says he won't face Undertaker at WrestleMania. Michaels goes off on Triple H, calling him names and calls him a sellout. Triple H says he's a businessman now. They go back and forth some more, and things start to get heated. Then Shawn Michaels walks away, and Triple H starts to walk away, but Undertaker's music goes off, and he appears on the Titantron cutting his hair. So for those of you who don't know, he's actually bald, Undertaker. He's wearing a wig, and he was cutting off fake hair, which was weird. I don't know why they just didn't have him appear as bald, but yeah, he's bald. Next, we have R-Truth versus Dolph Ziggler. Pretty good match. R-Truth wins. Tamina versus Brie Bella. Okay match. Tamina wins. There was a backstage segment with John Cena. He was getting interviewed until Eve starts screaming because Kane locks her in an ambulance. Cena makes the save. He attacks Kane. Kane starts driving, and Eve jumps out and kisses Cena while Zack Ryder watches. Next, we got CM Punk vs. Miz. Pretty good match. Punk wins. And then, to end it all off, John Cena comes out and talks about Kane and embracing the hate. Zack Ryder comes out, yells at Cena, and smacks him. He goes to smack Cena again, but Cena grabs his arm, makes it seem like he's going to punch Ryder, but he doesn't. Ryder leaves. Kane appears on the Titantron and says Cena's finally embracing the hate. So all he had to do was kiss Eve, and now he's embracing the hate. What? Whatever. Anyways, Zack Ryder walks up the stage, gets back in his wheelchair. Kane comes out and says, "Fuck you, homie. You're going off the fucking stage." And he pushes Zack Ryder in the wheelchair off the stage. And and Ryder's stretchered out. That's how it ended. So it was an okay show. It was whatever, to be honest. It was just blah. Next we got TNA Impact. It starts out with Robert Roode comes out and brags about retaining the world title. Sting comes out and says Roode will defend the world title right now against Jeff Hardy. So it's Jeff Hardy versus Robert Roode. World title match. Good match. Roode wins after Angle attacks Hardy. So, and they actually I'll talk about that later. So so Angle is probably gonna work a feud with Jeff Hardy, and we'll talk about what Bobby Roode's gonna be doing at the next pay-per-view. Next, we got Zema Ion and Austin Aries versus Alex Shelley and Shannon Moore. Pretty good match. Zema and Aries win. Knockouts Battle Royale. It was Angelina Love, Winter, Tara, Brooke Tessmacher, Velvet Sky, ODB, Sarita, Rosita, and Mickie James. Pretty good match. Madison Rayne wins. So Velvet was the last one, and then Madison snuck in and eliminated Velvet. And Gail Kim's like, "What? Why you do that?" I guess Madison's turning on Gail. Whatever. Next we got Eric Bischoff, Gunnar, Ric Flair. They come out and brag about beating down Garrett Bischoff. Then they have some champagne. And that was it. They just come out and gloat. Next, Bully Ray versus James Storm. Good match. Storm wins. After the match, Storm celebrates with some football guy until Bully attacks Storm. Bully gets in the football guy's face and spits beer in his face, and then the football guy shoves Bully to the floor, and that's it. Last but not least, we got Sting comes out, calls out Robert Roode. Roode comes out, and Sting says Roode will face James Storm at Lockdown for the world title. Roode gets pissed and attacks Sting and beats him down. So we got Roode is going to face James Storm at at what's it called, Lockdown. But what about Victory Road, which is coming up? Is Victory? Yeah, it's Victory Road coming up. Guess who he's gonna face? He's gonna face Sting. But you kind of already spoil Lockdown. He's gonna beat Sting because you've already announced Storm versus Rude for Lockdown. So no need to watch Victory Road, because you know who's gonna win the main event. It was kind of dumb. I don't know why they spoiled the Lockdown main events when they still have Victory Road to do. So yeah, that was it. Next we got SmackDown. It starts out with Randy Orton in Teddy Long's office, and Teddy says Orton can't compete at the Elimination Chamber. First match, Big Show and Great Khali versus Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett. Pretty good match. Show and Khali win. Ted DiBiase versus Hunico. Okay match. Hunico wins. Epico and Primo versus the Usos. Pretty good match. Epico and Primo win. Next we got Daniel Bryan comes out, brags about taking out Randy Orton. Teddy Long comes out and says Daniel has a match right now. Sheamus comes out, so Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. Good match. Daniel Bryan wins by DQ. Jinder Mahal versus Ezekiel Jackson is next. Okay match. Mahal wins. Alicia Fox and Tamina versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya. Pretty good match. Tamina and Alicia win. And last but not least, Battle Royale winner is in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Good match. Surprisingly, Santino wins. I did not expect Santino to win this, you know. There was a couple people in there that I thought were going to win. I can't remember right now. There wasn't a lot of people in that Battle Royale. It was all the lower case guys, you know, like Tyler Rex and Kurt Hawkins. Just not really. I guess Santino was the best choice, but yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's in the world title match. Like, Santino Marella world title match. Just two words that don't fit, in my opinion. I'm not saying Santino is bad. I'm just saying it's pretty surprising. Next we got Ring of Honor. It starts out with Eddie Edwards versus Kyle O'Reilly. Good match. Eddie wins. Next we got Mike Mondo versus Matt Taven. Pretty good match. No one wins. So during the match, Kevin Steen came out and he took out both Mondo and Taven with his new finisher, the F5, formerly Brock Lesnar's finisher. So yeah, and last but not least, we got the Briscoes versus Roderick Strong and Michael Elgin. Good match. Elgin and Strong win by DQ. So that was a good show. I enjoyed Ring of Honor. If you don't know how to watch Ring of Honor, listen up. So you want to go to ROHWrestling.com, make an account, sign up for the free account, and you can watch Ring of Honor every Thursday. Definitely worth it, and it's free. It's free. Go watch it. It's 50 minutes. It's a lot of wrestling. It's definitely worth it. Go check it out. Next, we got predictions for the Elimination Chamber. There's only 4 matches. I expect at least one other match to be announced. But if you look at it, you got 2 Elimination Chambers. Those are going to be like an hour together. So, and then you got the ambulance match. That's probably going to be like 25 minutes. Tamina versus Beth Phoenix. That's going to be a good 10 minutes maybe. And they'll probably throw like a tag team title match or something, or put Sheamus on the card. They'll definitely probably have an in-ring segment because John Laurinaitis has to make an announcement. So let's just run through all our predictions real quick. So first, Tamina versus Beth Phoenix Divas title match. Let Beth keep it till WrestleMania. I don't know who she'll face at WrestleMania. Maybe Natalya. Maybe Natalya Beth at WrestleMania. That would definitely work. I'd love to see that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Let's go with Beth Phoenix to win. Next is John Cena versus Kane ambulance match. Definitely got to go with John Cena. He's facing The Rock at WrestleMania. So let's just let him beat Kane. Let him embrace the hate, whatever. And go face Rock at WrestleMania. Next we got John Laurinaitis going to make an announcement at the pay-per-view. It's probably got to do something with what's it called? WrestleMania. Hopefully he announces that the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, because I think that should be there. But other than that, I don't know what he's going to talk about. We'll have to wait and see. Next, we have the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, and this features Santino Marella, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Big Show, Cody Rhodes, and the Great Khali. I to me, it's between Daniel Bryan and Wade Barrett. I don't think, no way Great Khali's going to win. Cody, I think he's going to face Goldust at WrestleMania. Big Show, I think he's going to face Shaq at WrestleMania. So all three of those guys. Santino, God no, I hope not. I don't think he'd headline WrestleMania. So the last two would be between Wade Barrett and Daniel Bryan. I could see more Wade Barrett and Sheamus, maybe even a three-way with Orton in there. I could see that happening at WrestleMania. As much as I like Daniel Bryan, I don't see him winning this match. But there's always that possibility that he could win. So I'm going to go with either Wade Barrett or Daniel Bryan. I can't really give one winner. So yeah, that's my predictions for that. Next, we got the Raw Elimination Chamber. Chris Jericho, Kofi Kingston, Miz, Dolph Ziggler, R-Truth, CM Punk. Okay, let's clearly wipe up everything else. Kofi, no. Miz, no. Dolph, no. R-Truth, no. It's definitely between Punk and Jericho. I'm gonna lean more towards Jericho. Or I'm gonna lean more towards Punk. I think Punk's gonna win, and him and Jericho are gonna have a feud going into WrestleMania. Again, it's either between Jericho and Punk. But I'm more gonna go with Punk on this one. So that's it for the Elimination Chamber. It's this Sunday, and yeah, I don't know if you should order it. There's only 4 matches, to be honest, but expect more to be added. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Next, we got some wrestling news. First, some news. We got John Cena is set to star in the Marine 3. He was in the first one. Ted DiBiase was in the second one. And Cena was in the... he's going to be back in the third. Expect this to go straight to DVD and get horrible reviews. I actually... was it the first one? I don't know if it was the first one. But Cena made a movie that was okay. I think it might have been The Marine. I'm not sure. I know the second one was boring as shit. Do not watch The Marine 2. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. And the third one, I don't know what it's gonna. It's gonna go straight to DVD. That's all I know. Next we got Dragon Gate USA, which is a professional wrestling company. We'll be having an pay-per-view, for $1.99. So $2, you get a fucking pay-per-view. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. When I get more details, I'll definitely let you guys know. But $2 for an pay-per-view, that's insane. That's just crazy, and it's definitely a great starting point if you want to follow this company. So, when I get more details, I'll definitely tell you guys about it. But $2 for a pay-per-view? That's a steal right there. Next, we got some WrestleMania news. So, are you excited for the next WrestleMania? WrestleMania 28? Because I got news on WrestleMania 29. It'll be in New Jersey at the MetLife Stadium. And apparently, there's a rumor going around that The Rock will also apparently he's supposed to be part of WrestleMania 29 and SummerSlam. Can't confirm it, but he did tweet out that WrestleMania 29 will get rocked or something like that. So it's a possibility he could come back for another match after this WrestleMania. Next is some TNA news mostly. First, we got Vince Russo, who's no longer a part of TNA. He was the head writer, and I don't know what happened with him, but he was replaced with Dave Lagana, who is a former writer for WWE. He was on the Smackdown brand, so he was writing Smackdown. Vince Russo does not have a good track record, at least with the internet wrestling community. He's just, like, really infamous, you know. If you were to talk about him on TNA, it's like everything bad that happens in TNA would get pointed. He would be the poster child. Like, I don't know how to say this. Like, I'm not blaming him on everything, but some people would blame him for everything because of what happened in WCW. But yeah, other than that, don't really have much to say. Although it's interesting, Dave Lagana, because he's been petitioning online. He's got this whole movement, the I Want Wrestling movement. So it's interesting what kind turn TNA is gonna go in. Are they gonna go more wrestling, like long matches and stuff? They're gonna have these goofy feuds. It'll be interesting to see. So we'll just have to wait and give it time. And yeah. So hopefully he helps the TNA product and doesn't hurt it. But next we got more news on Jesse Sorensen. So this is his injury. He sustained a C1 vertebrae fracture with spinal cord edema. He lost feeling in his arms and legs at one point, but is now able to move them. Doctors said he will make a full recovery after 1 year of rehab, and he was released in the hospital and is now at home. So that's fucking crazy, man. This guy's only 22 years old, and who knows if he'll, well, who knows if he'll be able to walk again or have like the same movement that he did before. You know, that's, man, this guy's young as hell, and his whole life changed in one night. But you know, they call it high action or high risk reward for a reason, and I don't know, it really does suck, man. Like, I was starting to like him and stuff. I don't know if he'll make a return back to professional wrestling. We'll definitely not see him for a year, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely some serious stuff. Hopefully TNA is helping him pay for all the or paying for. They shouldn't help. They should pay. They should fucking pay every fucking dollar. Cause what if he was paralyzed like during the match? Like, that's all on their hands. So yeah, best of luck to Jesse Sorensen, man, and hope to see you soon. So that's it for the weekly wrestling review, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out 123wrestling.co.uk for all your wrestling news. Definitely a great website. Go check it out. I want to thank you guys for watching. Come back next week where we have reviews for Elimination Chamber, Raw, Smackdown, Impact, and Ring of Honor. And keep up with the other videos. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.